Hello and welcome! Today we are in the Tier 9 American battleship, the Minnesota, or maybe Maxi Soda, I guess, considering just how big the ship is. Also, I'm kinda iffy on the Tier 9 part because it really feels more like a Tier 8 ship, because it doesn't have that much AP penetration. And it's extremely slow. In this match, we're on the map Islands of Ice, and surprisingly it is a fully Tier 9 battle, no aircraft carriers even, which is unbelievable to be honest, but it is what it is. I'm guessing this is a destroyer, one of the new German ones, but I'm not entirely sure. Considering it's at the bottom, it can either be a cruiser or a destroyer, and looking at the profile it's probably a DD. So 3 destroyers. The Östergötland is the main one that we'd have to be afraid of. Battleship wise, I don't know, it's not that crazy, and neither is the cruiser wise. So in terms of ships, this is actually maybe not as disastrous of a match for the Minnesota as you might think otherwise. So this ship has, well, I don't actually know what it has going for itself because everything about it seems to be terrible. The shell travel time is long, the reload time is long, it is slow, it does have a heal, but it doesn't have the improved heal that the other American battleships have. It does have defensive anti-air, but anti-air is still as much of a joke as it has been for, well, forever. So, I don't know, really. I guess one thing it does have going for it is that it has 35mm of armor pretty much everywhere over the ship, which can mean that quite a lot of HE spam against this ship might not be quite as deadly as it is usually. Also, since the reload is extremely long, I suppose you have more time to adjust your aim. And I mean, look, we've fired 2 salvos and we've done 16k damage. I don't think you should kinda expect this every salvo, but hey, we've done 8k damage per salvo, so it's not that bad. I mean, throw a few more salvos out and it's gonna be a respectable damage. So overall, I think the Minnesota, and to be honest the entire line, the new American line, is pretty terrible. It just doesn't have the redeeming features that a ship this slow would need to have. But it does have range, so you can choose where you wish to fight. It's just that the shells are slow, which means that you're not gonna hit stuff at long range, even if you do have the actual range. And most of the salvos you fire are kinda like best guesses on what the enemy is gonna do. Like against this Buffalo. It's unlikely I'm gonna hit more than like 1 shell. Or any shells actually. Okay then. And because you're slow, you can't like go in and then suddenly run away, because you can't run away, you're too slow for that. So if you go in, you are in, and if your team doesn't back you up, you die. Because the ship might be tankier than what you might expect from a Tier 9 battleship like this. It's not outrageously tankier, you're still gonna die if you're overextended. And pretty easily at that, especially since the ship cannot un-overextend itself, unlike, well, other battleships, especially faster ones. And I think, in terms of like the design, the idea in terms of balance, that's the main problem with the ship. It isn't tanky enough or doesn't have enough firepower to discourage others from trying to fight you. And because you're slow, well, others will dictate on who gets to start the fight and when and where, not you. I think we might get one more salvo on this FTG. Man, I love how much side enemies are showing me. This is pretty great. Come on, reload faster. Oh no, yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. We're gonna try though, but that, yeah, I probably shouldn't have, because the ship's gonna be behind the island most of the way. Yeah. Oh, actually no, I take that back. We just made it. That's actually pretty good then. We can't overmatch, which means that at least not against battleships, so you have to be careful, but oh my god. They really are showing me so much broadside. What the hell? Sadly, the penetration on these guns is pretty weak. Otherwise, we might actually get some citadels too. Wait, is she slowing? Yeah, she's slowing down. Pretty sure, at least. Yep, definitely was slowing down. Only 8,000 damage. One non-penetration. It was incapable of penetrating a Lion's broadside at 13 kilometers. Might have been a turret though, so can't really say. But still, you would expect at this kind of range to be able to get citadels at least. Okay, she's turning in. Makes sense. I should also speed up a little bit. I'm guessing that ship can't really threaten us much, because it's a DD, and it's a German DD. They tend to not have the greatest range on the torpedoes. I have no idea what that ship actually does. Oh, I think the Lion is going to show us some side again. Come on, turn more, please. No, I don't think she's turning anymore. Oh, she is now. Excellent. Oh, yes. I wonder if we can actually manage to get a citadel hit. Like, do we have enough penetration for that? We might not. Yeah, we definitely don't have... I guess we did aim a bit too much to the front of the ship. 20k damage, but that's because we have a long-ass reload. Now, the good thing about having a long reload is that I know the Lion is gonna get its reload done first, so I can just angle against her, and then unangle by the time I need to fire. She should fire in a moment. Although maybe she's waiting for a shot. That's a possibility. Oh, I think she's actually aiming at the DDs. Well, I don't think that's gonna work out for you, Lion. Goodbye. Or not. Wow, that was disappointing. Who is she aiming at? Well, she isn't aiming at anybody anymore. Oh, 19k from the front. Thank you, Hizen. That was appreciated. I guess I'll turn into the middle. I'll keep going right now, pretending. If I was a fast ship, that might actually matter, but with a ship like mine, it might be irrelevant. Oh, I'm unspotted, so turning in now is actually a pretty good idea. The something Schultz was within 10 something kilometers, which means that she might have been able to launch torps at me. I don't really know. So going out here is a bit of a risk. Oh, Nostrashimi, huh? Well, Nostrashimi, well, she definitely fired torps, so I'm gonna start reversing here. Come on, Nostrashimi, get spotted, please. I think she turned away too much, and it's not gonna happen now. I could keep going. I could probably take out the Buffalo, especially if it's like a sudden surprise to the enemy, but I think I do need some backup for that. And I think my Lepanta is definitely not interested in it. But I guess we can try turning away and hopefully we don't get torped. Come on, final turret, please fire. Thank you. Oh, we did find a citadel. Sadly, only one. Oh, wow. And the torpedoes arrived exactly when I came out from behind the island. That's really surprising, considering I was actually unspotted there for quite a while. So those were kind of like pure... Oh, I guess they were maybe aimed at the Seattle instead, right? That's a possibility. That's alright though, I think. Ah, I didn't account for the fact. I thought I was only gonna fire 1 or 2 turrets at once, not everything. Yeah, she was able to avoid most of it because I fired all of them at once. Cruisers are this... They have this pesky thing called WASD, which allows them to evade. It's a crazy maneuver. It's quite powerful too. I definitely need to go to range though. I only had 33k HP. I've already used my heal. Oh, a new Strashimi is coming out from behind the island. Goodbye, Nostrashimi. Yep. I mean, I don't know what he was expecting. He was only at 6 kilometers and I had all 12 shells available for her. That was never gonna end well for her. I suppose maybe she was hoping that she could torp our Seattle or something, but I don't know. That just seemed like a silly idea. Next up, we're gonna try the Buffalo. This time we're gonna fire one turret at a time, so that the Buffalo can't dodge everything, at least not as easily. Oh god, she disappeared, because we lost spotting, because our Seattle died. Okay. Can I turn... no, I can't turn in. It's too risky still. I should still remain at range. On a regular ship, I'd be able to fire before this guy gets behind the island. On a regular battleship, I mean. But on this ship, don't think that's happening. Maybe we can, though. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah, the rest don't make sense to fire on that. Let's try our luck on the Izen. Now we can turn in back again. Because the Lepanto cannot threaten our broadside anymore. Match-wise, the enemy is actually... I guess they're technically ahead. But I think that's more of a technicality. And now... Never mind, I wanted to say we're ahead, but no, we just lost the ship immediately in return. But we are gonna get the third cap though. And I think that should give us tactically a better position, because the enemy has to come fight over the middle cap. Now we're just waiting for something to appear to fire at. I should probably be somewhat careful. And actually my current position might be decent enough. We have some crossfire with the Lepanto, the JB and me. And I mean, I do have extreme range on this ship. So I should probably try to take advantage of that to some extent. Oh. Let's hope for the best. I'm gonna turn my ship and turrets, so I can be in a kiting away position. Oh, we actually hit the Schultz! 3 shells even! That's what, 3,000 damage? To a DD from 17 kilometers? Well, I'd say RNG helped me a little bit there, but also prediction worked really well there, yeah. Sadly we couldn't do a follow-up. Oh! We could take the Östergötland. Turrets weren't in position quite in time. I think our Lepanto advancing is kind of a mistake. You should try to turn around now and leave. Maybe we can get lucky. I mean, if we can land 2 shells on that Schultz, she's dead. Doesn't look like it. Ah, so close though. I mean, if we had landed even 1, that would put the Schultz into a very precarious position. What's the actual name of the ship? Why doesn't it say that? Oh no! I fired my guns! That was not intended. Damn it! I mean, we are ahead, so it's not as bad. Maybe we'll get lucky again. Oh no! That Hizen salvo hurt. I'm gonna turn out and leave. Come on! Ah, so close again. I want a damage control party, but I don't think it's a good idea. Because I'm fighting cruisers, right? I'm not gonna fire though, right now. Oh, I would definitely like to fire on the Buffalo. But my turrets! They're too slow! Yeah, I should have used damage control party. Damn it! Come on! Yes! 30k! Yeah, I definitely should have used damage control party. Oh no! No, please! 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 No, please! Please! Game, please! Do I fire before I die? Yep. Ah, only one shell. Or only one gun. I was hoping I could maybe fall into concealment, but no, evidently not. Come on, please, shells. No. Okay, well, there's 3 minutes to go. We are ahead by 130 points. I did make a mistake, but this is kind of what I mean. Your ship is slow enough that you can't really effectively disengage. Once you're in a fight, you're in the fight. For better or worse. Yes, the Atlant is gonna go down. Yep, that was a trade, as expected. The question is what's gonna happen with this Lepanto. The Lepanto can black the Buffalo. I think we're good. Then again, it's an Italian battleship, so... might... okay, she did have AP. Which did nothing! Ah, that's actually bad, because now it's a 3 versus 5. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's 2 minutes 30 seconds, but if we lose one more ship, the enemy ends up being ahead in points. And the enemy does have the capability to try to take the middle cap, although it's gonna take a while. Or Aerroon. Oh no, she's low HP. Yeah, I guess she can't do that. Riga has to go and contest the outside. But she can't really fight an Izumo, right? It just doesn't work. But then again, maybe the JB's HE spam could do it, combined with the Rune. As long as we don't lose one of them, we're gonna be good, I think. Oh, this is looking good. Goodbye, Izumo. And I think this probably cements our victory. Because even if we lose any of the caps now, there shouldn't be enough time. There's only 90 seconds to go. And, well, Rune is staying safe, which is a really good thing. Plays well. JB plays well as well. And Riga plays well as well. Oh, and where's the Lepanto? I don't think that's a good idea, Riga. Truly, I do not think this is a good idea. I was hoping the Riga would actually chill back there, but... maybe it's gonna be a trade. It's probably not gonna be a trade. Hizen is probably gonna survive. Yeah. And next salvo, Hizen fired... oh! JB got the Schultz! Nice! Yeah, Hizen was gonna get the Riga. It is really close though. If JB loads HE, she can definitely mop up the Hizen, but is it even worth trying? With 30 seconds to go? Oh, Rune actually took the Hizen, so never mind. Well, definitely well done by that guy. Like, he knows his limits. He got low HP, backed off, and is now still providing support. I should have basically done the same thing. Like, tried to a little bit, but it was too late. I should have done that earlier, considering the slowness of my ship. I mean, look at where I died, right? I was advancing away, and I was on our side of the map, but not far enough. Especially since I knew there were the 2 cruisers. I was hoping I could take the Buffalo out. I had no real expectations to be able to kill the Rune because, well, it's a German cruiser and they're fairly tanky. Still, 151k damage. Only sank one ship, but hey, 151k damage? That's something, hopefully. Hopefully. And I mean, this did put us at number 2, and I guess the Jutland deserves a compliment too. But this guy definitely played really well this game. So, yeah, this was a pretty good game, and I hope you guys don't think the Minnesota is a great ship because of it, because it isn't. It truly, truly, truly is not a good ship. It's... yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the ship is the way it is. It really feels more like a tier 8 ship. It has poor AP penetration, it's incredibly slow, it doesn't have fast reload, it doesn't have great AP damage per minute either. Like, she basically, the only thing she does have is that when she hits a ship, she hits hard in that one salvo. But that's about it. It doesn't like have great penetration, it doesn't have great penetration angles, it doesn't really have anything else other than the alpha damage. It doesn't even have good damage per minute, so yeah, I don't know. Minnesota really doesn't feel like a good tier 9 ship. If you want a ship like the Minnesota, an American battleship, play the Iowa. It's basically the same except better in virtually every way you can think of. About the same DPM. I guess the armor is worse, but it's way faster, and it also has, I believe, turrets that... yeah, no, the gunfire is about the same. Might even be slightly better on the Iowa. It has a better heal as well. It is way faster. Like 10 knots faster. We're talking over like 50% faster or something like that. So yeah. If you want to play a tier 9 American battleship, play the Iowa. If you don't have the Missouri or the Georgia, of course, those are even better. 2 million potential damage, not the worst. That one AP salvo from the Hizen, I believe, that I took, that really hurt. 44k damage taken from the Hizen, but hey, that's over 29 shells. That's, I mean, look, that's basically half of the shells that I hit on a ship. The Hizen hit on me, so he probably spent a fair bit of time hitting just me. Now it's time for the upgrades and commander skills. So, I am using Emergency Repair Specialist for the faster damage control party. Then obviously grease the gears, because you want to have turret traverse. Then Adrenaline Rush, Concealment Expert. Then I figured I'd go for Emergency Repair Expert for the extra heal, and Fire Prevention because, well, fire damage, right? And I guess if I had the other 2 points, so I would have 3 points left over, I'd probably go for Basics of Survivability. Probably, I'm not entirely sure though. Could also go for something like Priority Target and, I don't know. I actually truly don't know what you go for other than Basics of Survivability. Because if you take Basics of Survivability, you can change your upgrades a little bit. Because right now I have the Artillery Plotting Room, Concealment upgrade. Oh, I actually thought I had Damage Control. So this is why you take Basics of Survivability, so you don't need this Damage Control. So you can take Propulsion, because Propulsion feels really good on a battleship. Because you can accelerate quickly, go from 0 to 10 knots in a reasonable amount of time. Usually battleships take ages, and this allows you to dodge things like torpedoes or shell fire, etc. Basically, you can surprise the enemy that is trying to attack you. Then here I use Artillery Plotting Room, mostly because, well, the rest, they don't make any sense. I guess you could go for Main Battery modification too, but truly, look, 37.5 second turret traverse with a 40-second reload time. The turrets turn faster than they reload. Increasing that further doesn't really do much, although in this game it might have been helpful against that Baltimore. But I mean, it's not that amazing. Then again, you don't really need the range either, right? Because you have a scout plane on top of that. Without it, you have like 23-kilometer range. So honestly, I don't know. These two I don't think make any sense on the ship. The Anti-Air isn't strong enough, and well, it doesn't have strong secondaries. And even when you do get to use them, or even if they were strong, you wouldn't get to use them much. because you're slow. So yeah, here, pick whichever you like. Here I just went with artillery plotting room. Second slot damage control over defensive or any of the other stuff, mostly because you're a battleship. And then main arms modification 1. I suppose you could go for auxiliary and hope that more of your entire survives, but honestly I don't think it makes much of a difference. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.